hopefully I am live. I'll get some music going in a moment. Alrighty, let's get Too High to Die going. And to see if the stream has started properly. There we go. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Alright, we're listening to Too High to Die by Apollo Music. Our usual starting music for the stream. We're on Aetherial Airships today. And I didn't update the mod I was going to update. That's alright, doesn't need to be updated. Does the job as it is. Alrighty, I'll have a listen to Mud Puddle, and then we'll get into the stream. So we're on the Aetherial Airships server today. I'll change over to the video in the game in a moment. Alrighty. Getting myself all organised. Alrighty, hello on Twitch, hello on YouTube. Hope you can see the stream. Should be on a starting soon screen. We should be hearing some music. And we'll be jumping into the gameplay shortly. Listening to Too High to Die. Sorry, listening to Mud Puddle by Apollo Music. Too High to Die was the first song. And we're just waiting for the song to finish and then we'll jump into the gameplay. Alrighty. So, here we are in Aetherial Airships on the Taiga Village Island, and we've got a schematic ready to go. So, this is the Breadmaker. Now this is how the little the massive contraption at spawn actually started, was something like this. I have to excuse the Z fighting of the sand getting in the way of the schematic there. We'll actually be not replacing the wood that is in fact in that spot. So we do need to replace a couple of sand blocks by the look of it. A couple of sand blocks. Yeah, we just need to fill in that little area there. We'll do that. And let's see. Grab some spruce from where the Schematicannon is, and we'll pop the schematic in there. And then we'll get started on getting the materials. We don't actually want to place the sand because it's just going to fall into the void if we do. So let's grab those spruce planks there. So this gap we want to leave, but these ones we do not. I think that should cover everything we want to have filled in. We might just fill that one in for good measure as well. Okay. Pop those in there. And we will pop the schematic back in the cannon. And get an updated list of what's actually required. Alright, so we need andesite funnels, birch leaves, campfire, encased chain drive, gearbox, large cogwheel, large water wheel, mechanical belt, millstone, and a shaft. And we have these items here already. So 1 millstone, 14 shafts, 5 mechanical belts. Those should be easy. Large cogwheel, water wheel, gearboxes, encased chain drive, campfire, birch leaves, funnel. Okay. So we have the andesite. We have a few shafts. And we can grab some more wood. Let's see, how much wood have we got in here? Heaps. Alright, so we will make a large water wheel. Grab a lot of this stuff from spawn, but I'm going to make it fresh and we'll clean up the stuff at spawn later. Alright, 1 large water wheel. And we're going to make some more of the workstations from Farmer's Delight, and see what we can do in terms of getting a bit more happening in the Farmer's Delight side of things. We might even set up some create cookery using Farmer's Delight. So, alright, so we need 2 large cogwheels. That's easy. What else was there? Birch leaves. Okay, it doesn't have to be birch leaves, so we can fix that one up later. Encased chain drive, gearbox, large cogwheel, large water wheel. So we need gearbox. We need, what else? Mechanical belts, millstone, and lots of shafts. How many shafts have we got left? Right, let's build some more shafts. Make sure we've got more than enough. Okay. And millstone and mechanical belt. Okay. I can grab the millstone from here. Could grab the large cogwheels as well, but that's okay. No, we'll just make a new millstone. Why not? Okay. casings. We should probably set up a tree farm as well, but we'll get to that. Oh, we forgot to actually make them into casings. It would help if we did that. All right. Drop those sticks up for now. Pop the logs in there. Alright, we could have used the axe to make some bark as well as the stripped logs, but we'll just go with the stripped logs. It's not night time yet. It's getting close though. There we go. Alright. Drop off some glowstone for the moment. We'll look at building an ether portal later on. Stone, so we just need the stone for that one. There we go. Alrighty, millstone. And how many encased chain drives was it? So 5 mechanical belts, we'll grab those in a sec. We need a campfire, 9 encased chain drives. Okay, and 5 gearboxes. So we're going to need a lot more of these. And we need a lot more trees. We definitely need a tree farm if we're going to keep building this sort of stuff. Alright, we'll put the gunpowder in the cannon. There's room for it. There is room for a little bit. The rest in there. And do we have iron nuggets at the moment? Nothing in that one. Not a lot in here. Okay. I'll have to go back to spawn for a little bit. We do have some iron armor we could turn into nuggets. We've got some glowstone we can turn into glowstone dust we can turn into glowstone. Alright, we might just see how we go with turning the iron armour into nuggets. Oh, we do have iron on us. Okay. Well, no problem there then. Pop the armour into the shulker boxes for later retrieval. Okay, that one we can safely process and throw away. Get some leather back from that, so we may as well do that. Apparently we can do that with cutting, but maybe it wasn't cutting. Let's see. It's probably needs to be a full leather tunic. We'll just throw it away. We'll come back to that. Typo in the title? What's the typo? Let me have a look. Building a Breadmaker. Good point. Let's fix that then. Welcome, Zora, by the way. Alright, so that should update the title. May create a new stream on the Twitch side of things, but that's okay. Alright. Typo in title has been fixed. Now we need some nuggets. Alright, so chain drive. Cool. Alrighty. Hi, Suicidal Squid Inc. Alright, let's get these chain drives made, or at least 6 of them. So we need 4 more of those, and we need 5 gearboxes. Okay. So we need 2 more. We can make 1 more with that one. Need 1 more cogwheel. Probably get away with spruce leaves instead of birch leaves. Might just leave that out when we're doing the building and grab ourselves a something. All right, let's see. I need more andesite alloy. Alright, that's 4 gearboxes for just one short. So I need one more andesite casing and one more cogwheel for those andesite, for those gearboxes. So means more nuggets and more andesite. We have more andesite already. That's smooth stone. Stone. Alright, let's grab some more andesite from down here. Seven. We got there 12 andesite. Let's go with 18. And we can make 9 andesite alloy. Or is it 18? Either way. And yes, you can hear the iron farm going nuts. And we do have a ex-chicken jockey chicken in the mob farm there, in the boats. So we'll be taming that later on. We seem to have lost our villagers as well, so we might have to repopulate the village with some of those zombie villagers. Or at least one that we've got in the mob farm. I think we haven't quite... Yeah, it's very quiet. I think we've lost our villagers. Alright, we'll have to repopulate. That's fine. We can organise that. Okay, andesite. One, two. Alright, so that's 9 andesite alloy. That'll do us for now. Okay. So I need a few more case chain drives, and we need to eat some food. So eat some baked potatoes. Alright, so those can go in there. One more gearbox and 5 more case chain drives. 3 more. Okay. Yeah, at least one more. Let's have a spare. Always nice to have an extra over what we need. And in case chain drive. That should work. Yep. Alright, plant another tree. I know we had the spruce wood in the chest below the Schematicannon, but may as well just be self-sufficient. Oh, we only need one more. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, we've lost all our villagers again. Okay, we've got to really step up our game on spawn-proofing this area. Alright. I think that's pretty much it apart from the campfire and the funnels. Birch leaves we can add spruce leaves for later. So we need belts, funnels, campfire. Cool. Let's just get that clipboard updated then. That's it. Funnels, birch leaves, campfire, mechanical belt. Alright, so mechanical belt time. Missing a kelp, or did we only have 35? Seems like that's one short of where it should be. Now we'll just bone meal one and get another. Alright. $32 looks good, and we'll grab some fuel for that. Let's use sticks for the moment. In fact, we may as well go with 36 because that's a multiple of 6. Here's all the sticks for the moment. And we need campfire, so we don't want to use all the sticks. Alright, now I think I saw a coal around somewhere. Nope. Okay, we can always make some charcoal. Let's double check our chests. We already had a campfire over here, didn't we? We do. Let's just break this campfire and we'll put another one in later. Easy fix. Make 2 campfires if we have enough. Alright. We'll get at least 1 mechanical belt out of that. Alrighty. Got pretty much everything. There's a second mechanical belt, and we might have to make some charcoal to finish that off. There's probably better ways of building this contraption than the one we're going with, but we're going to go with this anyway. And yeah, I thought so. Alright, we'll get that out, and I'll pop 3 of these in here. I'll grab some more of those planks. In fact, let's just grab 14 planks. And once the logs finish, we'll pop those in there and we'll finish off the kelp that way. Alrighty, sleep through the night. Make another belt. One moment, I'll just try and get the cats out. The cats have been hiding in the bedroom. Alright. Well, not hiding in the bedroom. They came in when someone else came in and didn't want to leave once they came in. It's strange, because it's not actually that warm in here. It's probably why they thought they wanted to come in. But I've turned the heater off so there's no background noise from the heater. And of course that means that there's no reason for the cats to come in if they think that they will be warmer from the heater, which they won't be. Right, so how many mechanical belts? One more. And the andesite funnels. So we'll need a little bit more kelp for that. Alright, let's go grab some more kelp then. Don't know what you're talking about. Don't know anything about this drowning thing. Alright, moving on. We'll get 6 more planks in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not the most efficient way to do things, but it will work. That's the mechanical belts done. We just need the extra kelp. Okay. Andesite funnels, right. So it's, okay, so it's just kelp and andesite alloy. Awesome. That's enough then. What should we grab? We'll grab that glass bottle. And those saplings. And let's go. That looks a little odd. Oops. Okay, so looks like it's pretty much built. Nice and quick. Now we just need the water flow. So let's get a spruce leaves, since that's what we have around here. I need a bucket for the water. Okay, so let's pop the charcoal in there. Get ourselves a bucket. And we need to put some stone in there as well. Sure, we'll need stone for whatever we make next. And we'll grab 1 spruce leaves. I'll probably break the shears in the process, but that'll do. 1 is all we will need. Or 2 if that's what we get. Alright. So we've got our bread maker ready to go. We've just got to get our power to it. And and we've got to get our spruce leaves in place. Spruce leaves there. And a bucket. No, we do have villagers, they're just hiding in a hole. Okay, well that's one way to stay safe, I guess, is to hide in a hole. Go about your business. Okay, that's a bad place to go about your business. Let's try fixing that so that when you go about your business, you don't die of falling. Must have been a creeper hole that never got filled. Oh, glad we still have villagers. Strange that they all ended up in the one spot, but, you know, that's pathfinding for you. All right. Obviously, we're just going to expand on what we've got there. This is just a starter contraption. So where do we want to put the water for this? I think we'll put the water... Oh, I see. Yep, so the water really needs to be going under here. So we might just put the water in there and see if we can break the wood under there. Oh, we need to make it flow, so let's try putting it here instead. Doesn't work. Alright, well, let's put some wood down below, since we've got room on the wall there. And we'll just replace this in a sec. There we go. May as well have a waterfall going down to nothing that we use for the powering the create contraption. And of course, it's going the wrong way. So either we need another gearbox just to fix the flow from the beginning, or we just send the water the other way. We send the water the other way, I think. Send the water the other way and we'll still send it down into the void. But we will sleep first. Alright. Make sure maintenance mode is off so that if anybody who wants to join the server tries to join there. Let's try that again. There we go. Not sure if I had it on maintenance mode or not, but it's definitely disabled now. Alright. That's better. That's going the way it's intended to now. Still have that going off into nowhere. It's not even going to nowhere anymore. It's going to a platform down lower. I might even make that into a water feature down there. Alright, so the Breadmaker is up and running, which means all we need to do is put wheat in one end and we get bread out the other. So let's give that a test. It'll also work for roasting potatoes. For some reason this entire field seems to have been replanted with carrots. Thank you, villagers. Make a bread maker and then we've got no wheat. The next step, I guess, is going to be automating wheat to go in there and separating it so that the villagers cannot get to it. But to show how this works, we throw the wheat in here. It gets turned into flour. The flour then gets turned into dough, and the dough then gets turned into bread. Alright. One of the fairly basic things to create, but it's always nice to have. And we end up with excess seeds, but that's okay. We can grab those seeds. It seems we only got one flower there, which is unusual. Normally we get more than one. Just pop the seeds in there and we'll grab that bit of dirt. There we go, working bread maker. The bread, of course, can be used for a bunch of other things. Oh, we had another campfire over here. Now the next step is going to be making a bunch of Farmer's Delight stuff and some more houses so that we've got room for all these villagers. We've got a lot of mushrooms now as well. Might see what we can do with the mushrooms. We'll grab that those extra seeds and a bunch of this bone meal, and I'll make some more bread. So there we go, there's our first bread from the bread maker. We'll of course eat the carrots instead because we need to make room. Throw the carrots with the other ones, and we'll do some trading in a little bit. Of course, we can cook potatoes with the Breadmaker as well, so it's not just a single-purpose device. We'll come back and get some more seeds in a moment. At this stage, we just want to get the Breadmaker going. So I can already see a need for some extra additions to this Breadmaker, but it's doing its thing, so that's the main thing. So that's 5. I think we put 7 wheat in. So far we've got 6. 7. So it looks like maybe it doesn't make as much. Oh no. 8. Okay, so we got 1 more than the amount of bread we put in, so amount of wheat we put in, so. But we're getting 3 times the bread as it is to wheat, because it used to be 3 wheat per bread, now it's 1 wheat per bread. So we've tripled our efficiency on bread. Even though we had a Breadmaker over at spawn, we're looking to remove some of the create stuff from spawn and lower the lag at spawn, basically. Alright, we'll just put that one in there. And get a couple of rows of potatoes going. And 1 more wheat in there. Alright. Should keep the villagers in potatoes for a while. Well, in carrots, I should say. And we'll eat one of those carrots ourselves. There might be a hay bale under the campfire in the original design. Or it might have been something we added later on. No, there's no hay bale under that one. Oh, you mean under this campfire? Yep. So we can get the hay bale from that campfire. I like having the campfire there as a bit of light and a signal though, so we might just build another campfire. And we'll just get some of these bones and turn them into bone meal. Get a bit more. I hear you, ground. Backup failed, eh? Alright, I better check on the space situation for the backups. I would like to get a backup. Been a while since we had a backup. Alright, we can roast some potatoes as well. Now, do we have any uses for poisonous potato with Farmer's Delight, I wonder? Yeah, still has no use. I'll just pitch it into the void then. Alright. Get some more roast potatoes happening by putting the potatoes in here. And there's our basic create setup. Alright, now with the bread, got a lot of uses for bread. We can make bacon sandwiches. We can make... Huh. Not sure where I get creaking from. We don't have creaking available as far as I'm aware. We're still in 1.20, so what else can we make with the sandwiches? So we can make end fish sandwiches, hamburger of warden, get warden meat, that sounds fun, egg sandwich, honey sandwich, red mushroom pie, chicken sandwich, Shadow Walker sandwich. Not sure how we get Shadow Walker meat. Shadow meat. Hamburger. Mutton wrap. Honey bread. End fish warp. I guess that'd be end fish wrap, but it's an end fish warp apparently. And roast chicken. Alright. And apparently we can use dragon eggs for roast chicken. So there we go, we got some roast potatoes coming in. Now we've got some more uses for roast potatoes as well. We can make stuffed potatoes. Obviously rabbit stew, steak and potatoes. Shepherd's pie. And again they go in roast chicken. Alright. So let's get some, instead of this campfire in fact, let's turn this into a little kitchen. We'll grab the extra wheat. We use that to make a signal fire where we had the other one, but not in the middle of the path. Let's make some more shears. Put the spruce planks back for now. I'll actually place this one and we'll go make some more campfires in a little bit. We'll put a couple of signal fires near the dock. Instead of in this little bit here, I have, I reckon, yeah, one either side of the path just here looks good. We might actually put in some cobblestone there for them. One more trapdoor. So, one there. One there. Good mind. Thank you. Yep, I can see that starting to come together. That'll look good. Okay, so chop down this tree, I think. Don't see any sticks, but that's okay. I'll turn those into sticks. Oh, you're gonna need those for the campfires. Let's just put the big bottle down for now. There we go, 2 campfires. Do I not have the bonfire lit advancement yet? Okay. Funny. Could have sworn I'd done that already. Oh, look at that, exactly 9. I'll get some more spruce trapdoors organised in a sec, but for the moment... There we go, signal fires are done. They probably are best broken with a hoe item. I just didn't do that. Alright, we may as well grab that. We have a spare already down here. No, we don't. That's okay. We'll use it for our cooking area anyway. Let's check what that advancement was actually for. I think it was for placing a hay bale under a campfire. Or placing a campfire on top of a hay bale. I think that's actually it. I think I'd placed the hay bale under the campfire last time. Yeah, place down the campfire. Oh no, maybe it's because it's is that a maybe that's a Farmer's Delight one. Yeah, it's a Farmer's Delight one. Okay. So I need to get some wild crops. And use a knife to extract ham or pit from pigs or hoglins. Nice. And some compost. So I've got a bunch of stuff to do here. So we do need a campfire for the skillet. We can also place them on a stove. Or cooking pot. Okay. Actually, I think the stove might be from that other food mod. Spend a whole netherite ingot to upgrade your knife or get out of the kitchen. Okay. And got a bunch of stuff we haven't achieved yet. Haven't actually been to an end city, I've just been given an elytra, so bunch of Aether stuff. I did get a moa egg, but apparently it didn't believe me. Alright, now. I also have a handy cape that I was given by Bildangu that has true invisibility. Okay, so we want to look at building a cooking pot. So we need some bricks for that. The other one we want is the skillet. What do we need for the skillet? The skillet is what is one brick, and the cooking pot also requires bricks. So let's have a look at the uses for bricks there. So we need 2 bricks. So we need 3 bricks in total. And lots of iron. Okay. Where are you trying to get to? We seem to have blocked your path. Alright. Bricks. Do we have clay? No, but we can make it. Do we have dripstone nearby? Probably not. Let's head to spawn and grab some stuff from spawn. I think clay we can also make from sand, if I remember correctly. So let's check what's in our shulker boxes first. And then head to spawn if we don't have any sand with us. Nope, we don't have any clay either. Alright. That is fine. I'll make ourselves an engine for this ship so we can go a bit faster. We'll head back to spawn. Alright, so we're going to want to move a bunch of the stuff that's over at spawn over here as well, because this is going to be our create theme village. And the aim is to reduce the amount of lag at spawn. So we might grab that schematic from in here. I'll pop that on the schematic table. And we've got a few things we can build there that we've taken schematics of. We already had stone. Alright, I think we've already got smooth stone as well. Yeah, we do. Okay. Well, we'll make our... one of these. And then we'll look at the recipe that we need to make for that. So, stone, smooth stone, and glass. Okay. Well, I still need the smooth stone anyway, so I'll do another lot. Get stone there, and we got a glass pane. Perfect. Alright. Saplings can go in there. So just need 3. There we go. Make ourselves a new ship's engine. We'll make ourselves a slightly better ship later on, but this will do for now. And we may as well make a bale of dried kelp. And a portable crafting table. Okay, bale of dried kelp, which can go in here. We're already on the ship, so we just need to move. Okay. And off to spawn we go. Oh, that's not healthy. Let's not get ourselves caught up in the big wheels. Alright. We left our shulker boxes behind, so we can't carry anything. That is okay. Hi, horse. Lots of berries. Okay. So we need to clean up some of this mess. Kind of defeats the purpose of having a dock here if there's not a big contraption, but at the same time, the big contraption is causing some issues, so we might just look at having some smaller things here. Maybe we can take part of the contraption down, take the Breadmaker part down. We'll come back for that. We did forget the whole shulker box situation that we were meant to do things with. We've still got a bit of speed, I think. We're going the wrong way. Head over to the Taiga village again. All right. I just wanted bricks at this stage, so let's throw all of our fruit and veg in here. Although we will eat some of this potato. We've got a bit of kelp left there. Alright, so probably want to have a little kelp farm down here that's automated. And then look at tidying this up a little bit. Or even putting it inside a enclosure. And that has helped fill in some of the gaps there, so that's good. We do want that clay, so head back to spawn. Oh, hi, Golem. I think we've lost our speed from the engine. So we probably want to head back to the mining hut and check the other boats and see if we've got any create tools. Because that could be handy. Might do that. Excuse the thumping, I'm just not nervous. I'm in the room. Okay. So we already have some of this stuff and a few things extra. So for example, this crafter here, that can be left because it's self-contained. But we will pick up the Breadmaker from over here. But not the wheel. The wheel is powering the Breadmaker, I think. It's powering the belts, I believe. Nope, doesn't look like it is. What happens if we break this? How much stops? It's powering that. Is that somehow being powered by the water wheel? That's being powered by the... That water wheel's doing nothing. Either that or create's broken and I'm getting free power. I mean, that's a possibility. Somehow, that water wheel was providing... That makes no sense. What? That makes absolutely no sense. How was that powering anything? I'm very confused. How is this getting power from... That makes absolutely no sense. Okay, well, we need to clean this up anyway, so... We will replace the water wheel somewhere else in the equation. That was very broken. What if we find a way to put the water wheel in here? Oh no, that'll block the... That's very strange. Oh well, we're going to clean most of this up anyway, so... May as well continue. That seems like it was very broken though. Alright, so we found some broken stuff with Create, obviously. We'll figure out how to repower that stuff in a moment. I think the iron farm at spawn is probably a bit much as well, to be honest. Hey, Fire Adrian. Yep, the second latest version of the pack is what's available at the moment, and that'll be fine to join with. I haven't released the latest version of the pack, but it's a minor update, so it doesn't make a difference. Or not a huge one. Oh, there we go. We could just put the water wheel there, if we can get it to power. Let's do that. We'll just put the water wheel back there. And that will power the remainder of what's here. Okay, maybe we'll put it a little higher and add some gears to it. That will work. Okay, so large cogwheel and another large cogwheel onto that one. In fact, large cogwheel there should do it. A small one and a large one. But we'll see if it fits on that one. It's kind of blocking stuff. Okay. I kind of see why it was there. We'll just put it back for now, and we'll figure out some positioning. I think this side will work. Alright, so large cogwheel here. You can still put it here. We've just got to change the gearing a bit. Let's put a small one there. Actually, a small one there will work. Pop that back. And if we just move this along one. that going to work if we put it there? Yes. And everything's going in the right direction. Perfect. Alright, so that's our iron farm still working. I forget where everything else is getting its power from, but it looks like it's, in a convoluted way, it's all coming from over there. Alright. Stream. There you go. Join the group if you can, Phaedron. Alright, so now we'll grab some sand.
Hello.
Hello. So yeah, cleaning up a little bit over here.
Ah. I'm
So
just setting my settings back up.
Yep. We got rid of the old Breadmaker over here. We got one over at the Taiga village now.
Ah.
And probably want to clean up this as well. We got way too much flint. Although we could probably sell the flint to a Fletcher if we've got one. And we're still getting iron nuggets, so that's good. May as well grab the food. Pop it in the other shulker. And we need a pickaxe. Someone's left a bunch of brass sheets there, that's nice of them. Gonna need some of those later. They've been there for a while, so I'm pretty sure they're not needed. Got a few create things sneaking into the other shulker box as well, so I'm just going to try and keep all the create stuff and bear armor in one. We'll grab the hand crank from there. And then we'll... Where's the nearest crafting table? Just there. So I was thinking it might be nice to have a basic automatic farm set up at spawn instead of
Ooh.
Breadmaker. Just have automatic crop farm or something. And that way, it's a bit more handy for people that are just getting started because they can grab some crops and move on. Especially with the focus on the Farmer's Delight side of things now as well. Alright, let's see.
True.
What was I making? Oh yeah, pickaxe. Might as well pop that potato on to get cooked. See if we can get some colour clay while we're here. Otherwise I might have to organise ourselves a stonemason over at the village and get some clay from, get some bricks from him. Might be quicker anyway. What? What's going on there? Zed fighting. Okay. They seem to be Zed fighting with invisibility. There we go.
Oh, you're invisible now. I was wondering why you were bludgeoning like that.
Yep. That was weird. The invisibility was glitching.
That's annoying.
I was Zed fighting with myself. Alrighty. So what I was looking at doing was maybe grabbing some schematics of the stuff that's here and then tearing it down. But I don't know if I want to copy the mess that's over here. I might just want to make it fresh.
Fair.
Yeah, I might try putting the sand on the Breadmaker back at the other village. So I'll give it one more go here. I think it's getting quite enough time on the road up here. Yeah, it's going straight past. It's probably a bit faster. We're getting gravel in here as well. That's the problem. We actually need to slow this down, because now we're just getting gravel.
Yep.
So let's try a cogwheel up here. What if we go this way instead? Make everything go the wrong way. No, that's making everything go the right way, it's just doing it slower. Huh, we needed to go that way anyway, that's good. And it looks like that's long enough that things actually get processed. Let's try putting the sand on there. Yep, so the gravel's getting processed, but it's obviously not reliably turning into stuff. Where did I put the sand? Maybe I filled things in with it. That's right, I'll go get some sand from the gravel that's already been put through. Ah, found it. Just want to get a couple of bits of clay so I can make some Farmer's Delight stuff. I thought I'd put a chest and a dropper here, but I think someone took them. Oh, not a dropper, a chest and a... the word I'm looking for. Shoot. Ah, there's some clay. Nice. That's almost the amount I need. Throw some more sand through. Alrighty. So I was thinking of maybe trying to add some Farmer's Delight NPCs as a chef and a cook, but I'd need to probably, because we're in 1.20.1, I'd need to switch the version of Farmer's Delight we're using to the deprecated one rather than the one that's still updated, which is kind of annoying, just because of the way the compatibility works. I'll do some testing on the test server and see if it actually works first. It would be kind of cool to have, things that actually do, villages that actually do stuff with the Farmer's Delight. Alright, we've got plenty of clay now. Grab the clay and get a few bricks. See if we've got any spare lava down here. We do, awesome. And fuel, what do I got in the way of fuel? Not a lot. Oh, we got some birch leaves. I might better use those as fuel. Can we use those as fuel? No. Okay. Thought we could. Never mind. We'll grab some.
Oh.
Grab some wood. Let's grab some birch. So yeah, fix the orange recipes so that the oranges from Tropicana are equivalent to the oranges from the Farmer's Delight add-on. So you can make orange slices from them and actually make the Farmer's Delight orange juice instead of the Tropicana orange juice, because the Tropicana orange juice is terrible. And the Farmer's Delight orange juice, it does require sugar, but it's actually far more useful. Hey, Catsmith has joined. Welcome, Catsmith.
Hey.
So yeah, the main reason for keeping Tropicana is the pineapples.
Ah, fair enough.
And the pina coladas are pretty cool.
Yeah, fair.
Hello and welcome. Hi Soap, welcome. Hi Traxer, hi Sheb. Good to see you all. I'm actually about to finish up the stream, but and go for a little longer, since we've had a bunch of people turn up. Soap and stream, take us to an ending stream. Nice. So I've been rated. Thanks, Soap. I appreciate the raid anyway. I'll take it. So yeah, I've got about 10 minutes left on my normal stream time, but as I said, I'll take it. So I usually go a little bit over time on weekends anyway. In fact, I've been going a little bit over time lately. 2 hours becomes a little bit more than 2 hours, but thank you anyway. Alrighty. Let's make the stuff. Do we have flint and steel? We can have one easily enough. Alright, so let's make the skillet. And need a bucket of water for the other one, so let's go place the skillet instead, I think. That didn't work. Can I not place it on a campfire? Yeah, there we go. Place it on a campfire that's not working. I just need to actually...
Oh, what? Oh, skillet. That's cool.
I just need to light the campfire.
Yeah, I'm not going to help with that.
That's alright. I can do it. I can do that. Need one flint. Let's go that one. Flint and steel. Oh, sorry, I didn't do the voice. Flint and steel. There we go. That's still relevant.
Probably not as much anymore since the movie's already come out.
Yeah. Alright, so we've got a skillet and we're not going to walk into the fire as easily with the skillet on it as well. So that's cool. Can we cook our own toes? Is that sort of thing that works? Yeah, you can't cook your own toes as well. That's good. Alright, I'll put the rest of these saplings back.
Wait, you can use a skillet as a weapon?
Apparently.
That's awesome.
Did you pick it up to check it out?
Oh no, I'm just looking in JI.
Oh yeah.
8 attack.
8 attack damage.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Hmm.
I need another bucket so I can make the other one. Cooking pot. And you need a wooden shovel to make the cooking pot. I guess it's meant to be like a wooden spoon. Or is it actually a wooden spoon? Let me have a look. You can make a wooden spoon. And you can make a fork as well. It is a wooden shovel, not a wooden spoon. Okay, with that and... two of the bricks and a wooden shovel, I could actually make the cooking pot as well. MasterChef Minecraft Edition. That's right. Alrighty. Let's pop the birch leaves away. Pop a spruce leaf in there just for confusion's sake. Get ourselves a wooden shovel and actually make the shovel part. That'd be good. Alrighty. Do we have bricks yet? We have bricks over here. Cool. And we've got 5 clay left. I only need half of those bricks. Alright, let's put down... For the moment, we'll just put down some birch planks. Make a countertop to put the cutting board on. That way we can prep our food and then we can put it into the skillet. Can we actually cut the bread? Not sure, but we can cut the orange. Let's cut the orange as a demonstration. That's back to front. There we go. Cut the orange. We get 4 orange slices. And with the orange slices and sugar in a cooking pot, we can make orange juice with a glass bottle. We happen to have a glass bottle floating around. We don't have the cooking pot yet, so let's make the cooking pot. And we got orange slices spread out in there. Okay. What else can we put in here? Oops. That's not what we intended.
Ooh, failed backup. That's not good.
Yeah, I'll sort the backup out in a little bit. Just got to delete some stuff. Okay. Can we cut the kelp, I wonder?
No idea.
No. What about cooked kelp?
What would that become though?
It becomes cooked kelp. You can make sushi, I think. So.
Oh yeah, maybe. Or maybe just use the dried kelp instead. We'll find out.
So let's see. Use 3 dried kelp, 1 carrot, and cooked rice to make a kelp roll. Okay. What about the ink sacs? Can we make something out of those? We can get black dye if we put them on a... 2 black dye per... Kind of funny. do it. You can't cut the axe. There you have some black dye. I somehow lost the knife.
That's doesn't sound very
There we go.
helpful.
Alright, so we got 14 black dye out of that.
Nice.
Oh, 16 if we do that one as well. Alright. Now I wanted to get the bricks and make the other one. Let's see. Cooking pot. There it is. One cooking pot. So it needs to be over a fire as well. Let's put this one on the fire. Dinner served. So make another campfire. We can have a little cooking range. There is actually a stove. I think there's a stove as well. Yeah, there's a stove. Which requires a campfire, bricks, and iron. Or thalassium. Yeah. 0.9 attack speed, 8 attack damage. So basically it's about the same as an axe, but it also has knockback. Excuse me for Adrian. Had to try it.
Ah,
Oh wow!
that's kind of good amount of knockback.
That is pretty cool.
And the funny sound.
Yep.
Also, that did like 4 hearts of damage to me.
Yeah, apologies. 8 attack damage apparently. What? It said 7 before. Oh no, it's 8.
It always said 8 for
just below an axe. Just below an iron axe. That's actually pretty good. Well, it does require 4 iron, so you'd think for the 4 iron you'd actually want to get a decent amount
Well, I
of...
think you also get a good amount of knockback as well to compensate for the iron.
Yeah.
Because that was a pretty good launch.
Why have you got 21 clay blocks on you? That's a good question.
Also, I also made some of the Aether gloves.
Ah, yeah, they're useful. I might grab some iron ones for myself while I'm at it.
I made rings, but I don't exactly know what they're used for.
I think you need to imbue them with something.
Ah,
Not
I
quite
see
sure how that
ice.
works.
I see the ice ring.
Alright, so we need another campfire here. Or a stove. The stove is basically just a campfire that you can't walk into. Because you can't use it without putting things on it.
And now I've got weed inside the fire stuck in my head.
Well, I didn't put that there.
No, whenever I think of fire, I
You've
always
got,
think of weed inside the fire.
you've got clay blocks. Is it clay brick blocks or just clay blocks? Clay blocks. Okay. Just need a couple. That's heaps. Thanks. So I wanted to turn those into bricks.
The smelter.
So just pop the lava bucket in there. What? Lava bucket not working in the furnace?
To the furnace.
Oh, so someone's put bricks in the furnace, that's why. Why was the lava bucket not working? Because someone had put bricks in the furnace. Someone keeps pranking me and putting stuff in there instead. Was that you, Catsmith, just trying to get rid of stuff? I need 4 brick blocks for the stove and 1 campfire. Please don't do that. There's a void gap over there that I was pushed down next to. Thank you. I was about to fill that. Only moved the sand that was down there, and it, or something. Only moved something below the sand, and it caused problems. Oi!
Hmm?
Building a floor on top of me.
Oh. Okay, I've done that. Good to know.
We can fill it in. Just don't fill it in while there's people down there. The original plan was to try and fix this shipwreck, but that's never happened. How's the merch stuff coming up? Merch store stuff coming up? It's not at the moment, Chib. There are some mugs available, but I haven't actually tried purchasing them. I'm not sure. On the spring side of things, I'm not doing it anymore. But the on the what's it called again? The other one, the Redbubbles merch store. There's a couple of designs I haven't tried properly yet that might be nice for mugs, but I haven't actually purchased any yet because I haven't had the spare cash to try it out myself, and I don't want to start spruiking them without knowing that they're actually reasonable products. I don't want to repeat of what happened with the black paint spring mugs. For some reason the black spring mugs, they printed the design with a black background on a black mug instead of just printing it directly onto, like printing the coloured part directly onto the mug. And of course the black background faded, so they ended up with a big grey square with the design on top of it. Grey rectangle with the design on top of it because it faded once it got put in the dishwasher, despite being apparently dishwasher safe. So now, a year or so later, I can't remember exactly how long it's been, but basically after putting them in the dishwasher quite a bit, I've got one mug that the paint has completely come off and it's just a black mug now, and one that's faded that's got the logo on it. So not sure if the local manufacturer will be different and it will be better for people in other areas, but for the ones that were shipped to me, that was how it ended up. So I wasn't particularly impressed. Catsmith, why are you building above my head? Okay. we need again? We need campfire, bricks, and iron. So I just need the campfire. I didn't replant the tree. Are we setting up anvil traps, Catsmith? I don't like that you're giggling while you're on the server at spawn. Just a reminder, there are some rules on the server. And PvP isn't expressly forbidden, but it's, let's say frowned upon if it's directed at people that aren't expecting it. It's not a trap per se, but it definitely looks like it. It looks like a trap and it smells like a trap. Is it a trap?
Why, Catsmith? Why? I see, just why?
That's a silly place for an anvil. It's not going to hurt anyone as long as nobody removes the trapdoor. So, I see what you're getting at. Okay, one campfire. One stove. Missing the bricks. Looks like a water bucket prank, yes. Except with something a little bit more serious than a water bucket. Okay. And we have a stove.
Stove. Turntable, go.
Yeah. You guys may not be able to see it if you don't have the async particles mod installed, but I'm getting fog because it's raining.
Oh, I see fog. I do.
Someone
I
took
don't
a
have a
crafter.
Catsmith.
I don't know, Catsmith.
I don't have your crafting table.
Crafter or crafting table? Are you getting hurt from being on the...
Well, I guess that makes
Can I have that
sense.
skillet back? Or could you put... Yep, thanks. I was trying to actually put it in a way that the handle wasn't going into... Anything else?
You can make
There we go.
marshmallows.
Apparently standing on a stove you can get hurt.
That sounds accurate, actually.
It does sound accurate.
Because who would want to stand on a hot stove?
Catsmith and I, apparently. So the async particles also stops the stops ships from having the rain effect while you're inside them. I seem to have your crafting table, Catsmith. I'll give it back to you. Where'd you go? Over there. There you go. So now that the fog's actually happened, it seems to be just sort of sitting there at foot level. Only the edge of the stove damages with the skillet. Well, that makes sense because you're standing on the skillet instead of the stove. Alright, so let's get some sugar. Make some orange juice.
That was not intentional.
Horse pushing me down.
Silly horse.
What happens if we chop sugarcane? Do we get paper or do we get sugar? Or nothing?
Let's have a quick. You can't even chop it.
Ah, that's annoying. That's alright. I'll just turn it into sugar. And let's make some of that orange juice.
Wouldn't it be jam? No, it is orange juice. Oh.
Refreshing. 3 minutes. Advancement. Refreshing. Why are you trying to cut? Why are you trying to cut balloons? How did you not get poisoned from a poisonous potato? That is a good question. I don't think you get poisoned every time, even though you should. Either that or something's changed with Farmer's Delight. Makes them not really poisonous potatoes. Interesting. Well, there we go. We've got a selection of different Farmer's Delight technologies. What I might do is... I'll put the skillet on the fire. I'll put the pot on the stove. There we go. So yeah, I'll do some testing on the test server and see if the add-on that adds the NPCs works with the refabricated version, or if I have to use the deprecated version of Farmer's Delight, because all the add-ons should, in theory, be able to work with both. It's just a matter of adding a couple of extra things. I think the difference also is that the refabricated version has a tag of milks rather than milk. So that's why I had to make a data pack to make some of the recipes actually work properly. Alright.
Ooh, chocolate caramel. I'm just looking at recipes you can make.
Oh, there's all sorts of stuff, especially with the add-ons.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Pedal cookies, pink petals, wheat, paper, and you get 8 cookies.
Alrighty.
Compact Delight is weird.
Compact Delight, yeah. Basically it adds
Honey.
compatibility to a bunch of other stuff like End. The Aether, better End, better Nether if we had it. And...
Dandelion soup.
Yep.
I want to make that one.
Lots of cool recipes. I was also thinking of adding a mod that allows you to get additional Ender Dragon eggs, because you can use the Ender Dragon eggs in recipes as well.
I didn't see that. That's probably not a silly idea.
Not as silly as it might sound, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll leave the basic iron farm here for the moment. This needs to be Soul Flame to actually do its job. I'm about to light that, Catsmith. You might not want to be standing there.
Oh, I got an orange.
Yep. That's from Tropicana.
Yep.
It's the brother of a
What do you
lemon.
mean lemon, brother?
But the funny thing is, lemons don't actually appear in the game.
I was very confused and I just thought I got a lemon.
No, you got lemon brother, which is orange.
Yeah.
Got eggs. Not at the moment, no.
What is this in?
There's one in there.
Dandelion soup.
Yep. Make all sorts of cool stuff. I thought, why not? It doesn't seem to have a high impact on the server either, so that's nice. Alright, I might grab some more sand and some clay if it's come through. Move some of these contraptions over to the other area. I know I can theoretically just grab the sand as it is, but figure we've got a cobblestone generator here. I may as well just turn stone that I was carrying into cobble, and then maybe just break stone. Maybe I should have checked that. I'll grab some cobble. I'll just grab some gravel as it comes through. $60 gravel will do. Someone threw some gravel at me. They've got Scatsmith. And I completely missed. This is why I had a chest there before.
Oh.
Alright, let's throw that in. Orange juice, refreshing. Who moved my little chip? Was it me? Ah, 60 sand. Put that through, see what I get. In fact, I might just take the sand back to the other village. I got some clay as well. Cool. Alrighty. Looks like it's time to sleep. Someone's sleeping, so that's cool. Someone keeps popping out of bed.
Oh, Catsmith keeps jumping out the bed.
Nope. Catsmith is apparently sleeping, but not. Let me try. That worked. Not sure why it wasn't working for
No.
Catsmith.
I thought, oh, I'm shifting, that's why.
Alright. Get one birch log turned into charcoal, I should say. Somehow open the pause menu while sleeping. That sounds like it takes a special kind of talent. I'm happy to leave all this stuff at spawn. And I'll leave a... actually, you can use flint to make knives. So that gives us a use for the flint that's in the thingo. Alright, well, we're nearly at 2.5 hours, so I might wrap up shortly.
Fair enough.
I'll wait for the... Okay. The anvil's gone, so I'm getting rid of that, because that's annoying. Just occurred to me, we've actually got onions available in the game now, so you can actually legitimately ask who is cutting onions.
True. Accidentally opened a file explorer.
Okay.
I realized I said that without any context. I was trying to sprint while exiting my inventory, and I misclicked in control and I clicked the Windows key. I realized it sounded very weird out of context.
It does sound very weird out of context. Alright, I'm gonna head over to the Taiga village, because we've done a bit of cleaning up over here, and I've got some stuff in my shulker boxes now.
Ooh, I haven't seen over there in a little bit.
Come have a look. I'll finish up at the Taiga village. It's sort of become my new de facto home. I'm gonna throw eggs at the blaze burner. Fair enough. That's it's a way of feeding the blaze burner. It's a reference to some Studio Ghibli movies.
Oh, you actually can throw eggs at it? Okay.
Yeah. Howl's Moving Castle, that's the one. So yeah, I've got a newly installed Breadmaker over at the village. That's what I was doing at the beginning of stream, was gathering the resources for that.
Oh, behind you now. Where was the Breadmaker?
Off to the behind the hill. Yeah, just there.
Oh.
Breadmaker.
Ah.
So it's what the mess at spawn started off as.
There.
I'll grab some of this dirt and grass. One of the cool things with Create is that you can actually make grass blocks out of dirt, and you can make path blocks out of dirt too.
Oh yeah, you can. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I've been using that for the schematics that require path. I'm trying to fill in some of this creeper damage from earlier as well. Well, that was a lot more dirt than I expected. That usually is. So yeah, the next step's going to be figuring out which bits to lower. So this this house that's got the moat around it, it's running the water wheel. I'm thinking I'll probably keep that, but I will maybe make it have a more accessible path.
But yeah, there's no real good path up there.
Yeah,
Like that staircase.
as it's been a bit haphazard. It's just the way the world generated. So this one here, I think I'll actually look to lower that, but there's a little create section under here, under the stairs, where I can make my path blocks and dirt blocks, grass blocks.
Oh, whoa. That's cool.
That's my little terraforming supplies lab. Also useful for doing other things with the press and the water, but it's mainly used for that. Oh dear, Catsmith got processed. I'd recommend not doing that. So yeah, the next step is to put in my own little nether portal and ether portal over here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I need to make an Aether portal.
Yeah, I'm alternating the pronunciation between ether and aether at the moment. I just can't decide.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because it's spelled that way in the airships, and I call it in the airships modpack, and I call it Aetherial Airships. So that means I should probably be pronouncing the aether as the ether, or pronouncing the modpack as the Aetherial Airships.
Oh, that sounds wrong.
Or ethereal. Also, ethereal's misspelt, but it's been misspelt in the pack as well. It's been misspelt in the data pack that I use. So I've just continued that.
Ah.
Alright, let's place some more grass. So that's a lot better than it was. Catsmith is determined to learn the process.
Hmm.
Is Catsmith farming his own head, or found some sort of
Does it drop?
XP
Does it
glitch or
drop
something?
heads? No idea.
Alrighty. Processed meat.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're chucking yourself, which is me, into a grinder. Minced player?
Mince player, yeah, that could be it. Alright, I can feel my my lurgy starting to come back, and I'm having trouble not coughing into the microphone, so I might wrap things up in a moment. I'll just place a few more
Fair enough.
path blocks, which is a weird sentence but fun to say. Outside of creative, being able to place path blocks is nice. I'm going to sort of link the empty shop over here up to a path. try and avoid sheer drops for the villagers because they tend to just walk over them. Because they're so intelligent. But they've got those big brains. Big heads to have their big brains in to store all of their processing power that lets them not do stupid pathfinding. Oh wait, no, that's not in this reality.
Also, I've been thinking, since we have the accessory slots, we should be able to put what's it? The engineer's goggles in one.
Yes, that I think requires a compatibility pack, but or something along those lines. But yes, in theory you should be able to. I think there's actually a like a data pack or something that allows that.
Okay.
It exists, so I might look into adding that.
You know, because I'm just looking at the accessory slots, and there's like a ton of slots for the base and head and charm apparently.
Yep. Alright, that's a slightly better terraformed section over there.
Oh yeah.
And I think we want to have something that makes this path a little bit less unsafe as well, or just move this house down. I think I might just move that house down. I'll have to look at... yeah, there's nothing underneath it on that side. It's on this side, so that whole house could be moved down. I say house, it's like an armourer's workshop or something. There were 2 blast furnaces in there, but I found with 2 blast furnaces and the default setup with it looking like there was a fireplace around it, they couldn't get to them. They never get their profession.
Oh.
So great job, Mojang, on the design there. Accidentally turned that one into a non-path block. That's all right. Okay. Well, on that note, I'm going to grab some of this food. And I'll probably rejoin the server after stream, but I'm going to finish up the stream. We've been going for at least 2.5 hours.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. So I'm just going to mute the chat.
Fair enough. Bye, stream.
Catsmith saying, wait. Alright. What I might do is see if there's anything Catsmith needs my attention for. The server will still be up. Catsmith is blown up by Catsmith using flint. Nice. So the server will still be up, don't worry. I won't be turning off the server. It'll still be up and running. But I will be ending the stream for the moment, so I'll hit my outro music. I'll say thank you to Catsmith and Fiadron for joining, and thank you, Catsmith, for being a patron. Thank you also to the Fantastic Soap for the raid and for being a patron. And thank you to Oniaro for being a patron. If you're interested in playing on this server, then if you're not already, you can get onto my Discord and apply to be a trusted player. And if you wanted to actually just play the mod pack for yourself without playing on the server, it's available for a mod rent. There's a link in the description. And I put a fair bit of work into this one, so pretty happy with it. If you haven't already liked the stream, please go ahead and do so. If you've been watching long enough to get to the end. And if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do that as well. Or if you're not following on Twitch, you can do that. So, yeah, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking part. And this has been Aetherial Airships. So I'll look into getting more into the cooking side of things in the next stream, which will be in 2 weeks. Next week will be a Skyflat stream, and hopefully I'll be getting to the 500 subscriber mark and getting that monetization for the membership side of things. Not full monetization, but at least just getting to being able to have YouTube members would be lovely. Whether I actually have any members or not, it doesn't really matter. It's just getting to that point with the 500 subs and the required watch hours to get to the level 1 partner type thing with or affiliate, whatever they call it with YouTube, and I'll be ready to open up the server to everyone on the Discord. So as long as you've got the scholar role, you'll be able to then register with the Discord link, and you'll be able to get into the server. So anybody who's already a trusted player can, of course, join the server, and we'll get a few extra perks at that point. Alright. I'll just let you know this is Cobblestone Generator playing at the moment. Apparently there is a wandering trader on the server, so I might just wander over myself and have a look at that. But yeah, I'll be finishing up the stream shortly. Music is Cobblestone Generator by Apollo Music. Thank you as always. Oh, tomato seeds and rice. Nice. Alright, so I've asked Catsmith to get me some tomato seeds and some rice. Okay. I will find some emeralds and head over. Alright, we'll deal with that in a moment. After stream's actually finished. But yeah, sounds like fun. Alright, I will leave it there for the moment. Once the music finishes, that'll be it. And if you're wondering, I'll be doing Raft with Catsmith again on Tuesday for my Tuesday stream instead of Terraria Tuesdays. I was hoping to get a June channel update out. I may be able to edit that and still release it while it's June. Otherwise it'll become a July channel update. And yeah, I've also got to get some editing done on the Terrainless Superflat Hardcore and on the Inheritance World, which I'll let you know about. Should have a video coming out for that early in